Today we're starting a new series called High Road, Low Road. It's all about the choices you should make. Maybe you've heard someone say they took the high road when dealing with someone they'd been arguing with. That means they chose to do the kinder, nicer thing no matter what the other person said or did. Even if the other person made a low road choice of saying something wrong or mean. Followers of Jesus should work to take the high road. Why? Because our job is to be so much like Jesus every day that it changes the world around us. Jesus always took the high road. In fact, I would say he was a high road hero. Jesus always made choices that were best for everyone involved. That wasn't always easy. Just look at the choice he made to die on the cross for us. Let's see if you're good at recognizing a high road choice. This is Johnny. He just finished eating lunch in the school cafeteria. He threw his trash away. On the way out, he noticed that some of his friends left their trash on the table and already went outside to hang out. Here's two choices that Johnny could make. Choice 1, act like he didn't see the trash and go outside with his friends. Or choice 2, go and throw the trash away for his friends, then go outside to hang out with them. Let's see which one you think is the high road choice. If you think choice 1, raise your hand. Now, if you think choice 2 is the high road choice, raise your hand. Good job! Those of you that chose number 2 are good at recognizing high road choices. You probably thought this high road stuff is all about reading your Bible and praying for friends. And yes, those high road choices are super important. But as followers of Jesus, you need to understand that every choice you make matters to God. You should start your day with a plan to make high road choices. When you wake up in the morning, think about the situations that might happen during your day. Decide to choose the high road in those situations. Then ask God to help you recognize the right choice when the time comes. There's a lot of high road heroes in the Bible that we can learn from. This is Daniel. Here's a super fast version of his high road story. Daniel loved God. He prayed to God alone in his room 3 times a day. Daniel worked for the king. Some of Daniel's co-workers were jealous of Daniel and how much the king liked him. They wanted to get Daniel fired. They tried to prove that Daniel was bad at his job or did bad things, but they couldn't. Daniel was a really good guy. Instead, they tricked the king into making a law that said no one could pray to God, and if they did, they'd get thrown into a den of hungry lions. Daniel's choice was hard, but he took the high road. He continued praying to God daily. He was going against the law and the king he really liked. The king was sad, but he had to follow his law and throw Daniel into that lion's den. But don't worry, Daniel chose God's way and God protected Daniel. An angel came and closed the mouths of those hungry lions. They didn't even touch Daniel. Those wild, hungry animals became harmless as kittens. God honored Daniel and his high road choices. Remember those bad guys that got Daniel into all this trouble? Well, they made some pretty low road choices, and the king had them and their families thrown into the same den of lions for what they'd done to Daniel. But this time, those kitty attitudes were gone, and those lions were hungry and mad. So we can learn a lot from Daniel. He was a high road hero. Here's 3 important tips to remember and take home with you from today's lesson. Take 1. Plan to take the high road at the beginning of each day. Take 2. Look for and make high road choices. Take 3. Pray for God to guide and help you with high road choices. Remember, God is with you and He honors high road choices. See you next week.